Has the Accept More, Earn More program killed Top Dasher? Let's find out.
Hey everybody, how you doing? Dash and Dave here again. Please remember to hit that subscribe button and smash that like button.
All right, Thursday, October 20th, 2022, day 14 of the Accept More, Earn More program in my market, Ames, Iowa. Yes, back in Speedwagon for the day. Had a flat tire on Eggman yesterday. His front tires are bad. I knew it. I was just pushing it, hoping to make it till next week. No. So I'm getting brand new tires for the front today, and the tires on the back are okay. So anyway, yeah, I kind of pushed a little bit there. I was on an Uber Eats run, thought I could make it there. I came out, I heard a little hissing of air, thought I could make it to the customer destination. I could not, had to call Uber Eats and get the order canceled. And then their order was placed again, and then another, Uber Eats driver was able to make the delivery. Then I called a buddy. Well, okay, so I tried to change the tire. Last time tires were put on Egg, it was with an impact at a service center with a little folding jack handle, lug nut remover. Those things weren't budging, so I called a buddy. Luckily, he was coming over to Ames anyway for a dentist appointment from Nevada. He came over with a 4-way and a breaker bar, standing on that thing, jumping on it. Finally got all 4 lug nuts to break loose. Got the tire off, put on the little donut, zipped back home, got both tires off, took it over to the service center. They'll get tires on it today. I think I worked for about an hour and a half yesterday. So anyway, like I said, I knew I had to put new tires on it. I just pushed it too far. So I opened up the Dasher app this morning, and when I was at home, I had the ability to dash now because it was pretty busy, and I wanted to check on the little message screen, and we're looking at it right here. To me, this looks different than what I was seeing before, and I'm not sure if I just didn't pay attention to what it said before. I thought it said keep your acceptance rate above 50%. That's Doordash telling me that I've got a dash starting in a half hour. It's 8:30. I got a scheduled time of 9. So anyway, it looks different to me. It actually says that I'm at 76%, has the little circle. It's kind of a blue-green. I think maybe above 80 I'll see pure green. So anyway, it looks a little different to me. I don't know. So sitting at 76% acceptance rating starting this morning. That was how I finished up yesterday. 4.93 customer rating, 96% completion rate, 98.00995 on time or early, and 3,727 lifetime deliveries. So after I got Eggman home yesterday on the little donut spare, decided to finish up this video that I posted at midnight this morning about the Accept More, Earn More program, everything you need to know and everything that I've learned so far in the 2 weeks that I've been doing it. And watching some other YouTube content creators videos on this. It's the hot topic right now, of course it is. Okay, so some of these content creators are putting the question to everybody, is Top Dasher dead now that Accept More, Earn More is in so many markets and continues to be pushed out? It's my understanding over the last day or two, one of the hot topics on Top Dasher is no longer having high priority access to orders that are $35 or more in customer costs. I kind of referenced this in my most recent video here. Now, I did not know that that was a part of the Top Dasher program. I had never heard about it, never had an email about it telling me to become Top Dasher. I do know that earlier this summer in select markets it was released as a pilot program. I think Mr. Moore out in Utah referenced it. Maybe Nugs did too. Anyway, so I know it was a pilot program, but I did not know it was, quote, supposedly a standard Top Dasher perk. I question whether or not these people have the right information. Okay, so, maybe this was a nationwide program and it was no longer a pilot program and it was available to all Top Dashers, but how come I didn't hear about it? How come I didn't get an email about it? Yada, yada, yada. The reason I say sometimes I think people have a little bit of misinformation is they don't see the forest for the trees. I remember well over a year ago researching Doordash when I was thinking about getting into it. I went to their FAQ pages, I read everything that they had to offer, I watched a lot of YouTube videos, on Doordash, and I remember at the time, this is over a year ago, nearly every single, no, I'm not going to say nearly, I'm going to say every single YouTube content creator at the time said, as a Top Dasher, you win the coin flip against a non-Top Dasher. That is simply not true and never has been. right in the FAQ it says when things are slow. It amazed me. It educated me on a lot of these content creators and all the comments and all these videos. You got to take a lot of this stuff with a huge shot of whiskey. Go to the FAQ pages and read it for yourself, because like I said, it just really struck me how many people promoted this as reality. Top dasher wins the coin flip in a parking lot against a non-top dasher. Completely not true. When it's slow, yes, but overall, we're all the same. Okay, so anyway, I'm not, like I said, maybe this $35 order thing was rolled out complete nationwide for all top dashers no matter what, and then it went away. Real recently, I guess, it just disappeared in the FAQ pages for the top dasher program, which, like I mentioned before, in the legalese, Doordash can alter, remove, change, blah, 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 this program at any time without any notice, yada, yada, yada. So if it was nationwide, as a perk for Top Dasher, you got access to the orders that a customer paid more than $35 for, then that's done and done. So that perk has been removed, whether it was just a pilot program or whether it was nationwide. Okay, so it's done. So the question is, what does Top Dasher offer now versus the accept more, earn more? And the answer is a whole lot of nothing. But then let's go back to over a year ago when I was very first looking into Doordash and all that. And I've said this 1,000 times, the main perks, there's 2 of them that they gave for being a Top Dasher was dash now anytime you want, which I've said before, when you crash a full zone, you're just watering it down, and the ability to schedule out 7 days where everybody else could only schedule out 6 days, which I always found rather amusing because Top Dashers don't schedule. There's probably more dashers in the United States with above 50% or 70% acceptance rating than ever before. I don't doubt that one. I'm one of them, okay, and I'm just one guy. And you know, I'll beat this dead horse, I've said it before, but I'm 100% convinced it was that one channel with their woo-woo, the hidden algorithm within the algorithm, that spurred all of this. Remember, this accept more, earn more program was scheduled to end in September, and here we are halfway through October, and it's being expanded. Tony and Doordash liked what they saw, and they're using it. I don't fault them for that. So, it is what it is, and we all have to play the game. Now, a point that I have forgotten to mention over and over again when I'm talking about the hidden algorithm within the algorithm woo-woo is, let's just say it's there. Why is Doordash keeping that a secret? They are not shy about putting the carrot out there and the stick. So if there is a hidden algorithm within the algorithm, why would they keep it a secret? Why would it be hidden? They'd get on the rooftops and shout, get the 100% acceptance rating and you get the best offers. Don't tell me they wouldn't do that if that was what was in the delivery algorithm. So I've been failing to make that point over and over again, so I finally make it here. It doesn't make sense to have a hidden algorithm within the algorithm. It makes no sense. So what does Top Dasher mean now? Well, you still have the dash now anytime. You still have the dash now perk, anytime that you want to dash. I mean, so that hasn't gone away. And remember, that was the number one thing that all Top Dashers said, because they didn't schedule out, and then the coin flip, I guess, when it's slow, but here's the thing, I've been sitting in this very parking lot with a Top Dasher between 2 and 4 p.m. in the afternoon when it's slow here. She got the 275 order, I didn't, because she won the coin flip. So be careful what you wish for sometimes. So is Top Dasher dead? Where's Doordash going from here? Well, I made a prediction in my video that I thought maybe it would go to the end of the year in my market and then maybe they'd end it. I don't know. If this thing, it's a snowball going down the hill and it's working for Doordash, and, again, I can't fault them for that. And they just need to give that one YouTube channel, a big pat on the back for starting this whole mess. And it's working in their favor. How's it going to work for us in our favor? It may not work for everyone, and we may have some people drop out because of that. That's a good thing for the rest of us that are sticking to it. I'm in this for the long haul for the next few years until I can get to official retirement age, yada, yada, yada. So it is what it is. This is the game that I'm going all in with. I think the food delivery is here to stay. You give people a luxury and a comfort and a convenience, and the American people, we snap that up every time, and we never let go. So what's all this mean to those of us that are the boots on the ground? You know, it's obvious that more low tip, no tip, and poor orders are probably being delivered, you know, in the months of September and October than ever before, you know, because of the experiment, and now with the Accept More, Earn More program. And that is going to make Doordash a healthier company, which can only be good for us. We're putting out the effort. We're in the trenches. We're the boots on the ground, and Doordash is reaping that. It could be that Doordash and all delivery gigs are constantly changing to meet the customer demand in the environment, if you will, of the gig economy. It's like I've said many times before, the delivery gig economy was in its infancy, and then COVID hit, and then for 2 years that threw a big wrench into things. The companies grew at an unnatural rate. They've got to find their footing. I believe that they are. They're learning, just like you and I do every day. They're learning every day too, because it's a constantly changing environment. Like I've said over and over again, if the customer ain't buying, you ain't selling. So things are going to change. Are they going to be good changes or bad changes? You know, it all depends on where you sit at the table. In some markets, it may not work. We already know that. In some markets, it's banging. So you just got to do your best. You know, with things changing the way that they are, I could see the potential for failure more than I did, say, maybe a year ago. And that may be a good thing for some of us that can stick to it. And, you know, we keep hearing about saturated markets and so on and so forth, and, you know, too many dashers out there and everything. I don't see that in my market, to be 100% honest with you. But anyway, you know, so change is coming. There's been change since day one in this gig economy, and it's going to change for a long time after today. And again, it's to meet the demand, meet the customer's demand, the market conditions, the economic conditions, yada, yada, yada. And I totally get that. I don't fault Tony or any other company doing what they can to make the money that they want to make. I mean, look at it this way. We do what we can do to maximize our revenue stream. So there's constant change. I kind of like that. And I've said, you know, every market's different, every day's different, every hour is different. I like my market. I think I've got a good handle on it. I'll play as I think I need to play, and I'll just kind of repeat one more time here that as far as this Accept More, Earn More program is concerned, I am more than a little concerned of not being in that top tier, given, you know, the policy and how the program works. And I've got to be there as a full-timer. Part-timers, totally different ballgame. I've never really been a part-timer, so I can't speak to that. So that's all I've got today, is just a little bit of a rant and kind of further what I was saying in my other video. You know, I'm running this the way I think I have to, and we'll just see where it takes us. Like I said in that most recent video about what I've learned and my observances of this program so far in my market, it has been surprisingly easy for me to maintain 70%, and I'm not compromising my no-tip, low-tip deliveries too much. You know, I'm taking a couple of them here and there, but it's not as hard as I thought it would be, that I'm just sitting here stewing, you know, taking low tip, no tip order after order after order after order in order to maintain 70% or more. And I'm at 76. That was kind of a surprise, but up further in my rolling 100, I had a little streak there. And once I got those off, I mean, it kind of feeds on itself and everything. So probably that's it for the day. Unless something really cool happens. It is Thursday. Sometimes the large order comes in on Thursday. We'll see what happens here. Enjoying being in Speedwagon, sitting up so high. It just feels completely different. We'll get new tires on egg this afternoon. We'll be back in egg from here on out. And I'm just here to, you know, report my findings and my experiences for you all. And, you know, I mean, every market's different. Your market's different. You just got to figure out how to work it to your benefit and go with that. There's a lot of things that we cannot control. Just control the things that you can control and go from there.
All right, guys and gals, that's all I've got for you today. Hopefully you can take something from this video and put it to use for yourself. Thanks for coming along for the ride, and hope to see you next time.